All right, so this is need-based financial aid at New York University 2024-2025. This is for bachelors. It's kind of pretty much like the other financial aids, like bachelor financial aids that we've seen in the United States. If you do not know, there are a lot of universities in the United States that give bachelor students financial aids, which kind of covers pretty much the entirety of your demonstrated needs. What does demonstrated need mean? We're going to talk about that in a second. But basically, this is in New York University, NYU. I mean, a lot of people who want to study in USA or more specifically in New York do know NYU. Not much to say about that. It's full funding, meaning it covers more than just the tuition fees, which in this case is 100% of your demonstrated needs. There are no specific subjects or nationalities for this one. There are no specific recipients. It's not like there are just 10 people that they accept and you have to be one of those. It doesn't work like that. And as you can see, we have deadlines here. Admission deadline is January 1st and the scholarship deadline is January 15th. So yeah, it covers, as I said. But before we get to that, let's see the university a little bit more. Again, NYU, like everyone knows at NYU, especially if you want to study in the United States, in New York. One thing to say about New York is that, like, unless your very specific dream is about studying in New York, I do not recommend you choosing, like, if you want to study in the United States, I don't think it's very advisable to choose New York as a location to study because it's literally one of the most expensive places you can choose. For example, let's go to Namdeo, right? It's like there are not that many places you can find that are more expensive, as you can see. So this is the cost of living map that Nambia has, which is quite accurate in most cases. As you can see, like red means more expensive, green means more affordable. And look at that. So New York is 100. So that's like the benchmark of what the most expensive place would be. And like only place that is even more expensive is like, I guess, Switzerland, obviously. Like Zurich, Bern. Even Bern is less expensive. Yeah, Lausanne, Geneva. So yeah, US, like New York is extremely unaffordable. Let's see how much they say. It's about like $1,700. It's like twice the amount, almost twice the amount you would need to study in Germany. Almost twice the amount you would need to study in, for example, let's say somewhere else in the United States. For example, let's compare that to, let's say, Cincinnati, right? Which of course the like Cincinnati University also has Cincinnati scholarship, which is a good scholarship. Like look at this, 900. Let's say 1,000, right? So yeah, they're like it's very expensive. So if you really specifically want to study in New York, I don't really advise you to go there and study. You can just go and see, like if you are in Cincinnati or somewhere close by. Anyway, so yeah, this is the university. You can get more information from our page about the admission process, about the deadline, and also the university is also very expensive. It's like $60,000. Pretty much, it's the highest level you will see even in the United States. So even the tuition fee is very expensive. Of course, this scholarship covers the tuition fee, which is included in the like 100% of demonstrated needs. There are 3 other scholarships as well, but none of them are for bachelors. So yeah, this is the university if you want to see where it is and what it looks like, which I believe is the main attraction for a lot of people who want to study in this university, because it's like dead center in the middle of New York in Manhattan. So yeah, this is where the university is, and this is where the Central Park is. Like if you know, Central Park is like the most famous one of the most famous landmarks in the United States, in New York. Like if you have watched Friends, a lot of people probably did. This is Central Park. This is where they supposedly lived. How would they even be able to afford that? Like afford the rent around that place? I have no idea. So yeah, this is the university. It's obviously a very, very good university, very high ranking university, with a very high quality of education, right? Which is why, like, it's one of the reasons a lot of people want to study here. But the main attraction, I would say, is like it's in the dead center of the United States. Sorry, of New York, the island of Manhattan. So yeah, this is the university. If you are like decided, like if you or like if you have decided you want to study here, this might be a good opportunity for you, because 100% of demonstrated needs basically mean that so you basically give the university, when there's like this type of need-based financial aid, you give them a lot of information about your financial status, your like family's income, tax situation, a lot, etc., etc. So there's something called CSS profile, which is short for College Scholarship Services. Basically, it's a platform. Let's actually see that too. So when you apply to the university, right? So this is CSS. It's a platform that you like a lot of students can use to find a financial aid, find scholarship, especially in the United States. So you apply to the university, which you can do through Common App, right? So this is another platform if you want to study in the United States for university, high school, so university, college. Like you an account here, and then you can use that account to apply to a lot of universities in the United States. We've done a couple of tutorials for Columbia University. I think also Cornell. It's pretty much the same process. You can look at those if you are interested in how to apply through Common App. And when you apply, you tell them you need financial aid. It's just basically like a little box that you tick, and you let them know that you need financial aid, and then you create a CSS profile where you upload your like documents, your tax stuff, etc., etc., etc. And then university takes that and like create an estimation of how much your family can contribute to your education expenses, and then say, okay, you will need, I don't know, $100,000 to be able to $100,000 a year to be able to study in NYU, and your family can, from the information you give us, can cover, let's say, $60,000 of that. So we can cover the rest, which is about $40,000 if you get the scholarship. So that's what 100% of demonstrated needs mean. Okay. So also, as you can see, we have at the bottom of every page that we have a comment section where you can leave your questions about that scholarship, about that university, whatever. And Hyunli, who is the founder of Global Scholarships, answers all of them. He answers every single question. Or you can just click here on official scholarship page, which will give you pretty much the same information, because there are like a lot of these are very similar to each other in terms of how they work. So applying for financial aid is an important blah, blah, blah. To be considered for need-based aid, you must file all financial aid applications on time. The majority of undergraduate students who apply for financial aid receive need-based aid. Now, don't let this fool you. This doesn't mean majority of people who apply does get that financial aid. Majority of undergraduate students, which means that like the people among people who are admitted to the university, a lot of like majority of them get a financial aid if they need. So like, because NYU is already a very competitive university, so not a lot of people will be able to get in. So like your chances of being admitted to the university is already kind of slim for a very competitive university. But if you get in the university and you tell them you need financial aid, then like your chances of getting your need-based financial aid is kind of high, which is what this basically means. You can get more information from their page, how to apply, deadlines and applications, tax information and income verification, more about scholarships, grants, and loans. You can click on these two, right, to get more information. New York University scholarships. There are also, of course, other like scholarships from other institutions. There are government scholarships, etc., etc. You can look into those too. You can find information about those from our YouTube channel or globalscholarships.com. And that's pretty much it for this one, Need Based Financial Aid at New York University 2024-2025.